Well, hello everybody, this is Street Outlaws No Prep Talk. Today we're going to talk about Jeff Lutz versus an Australian GTO in the NPK versus Australia events coming up in February. Photo already goes directly to the photo owners. Please subscribe and comments and stay tuned for a lot more videos coming. All about the Street Outlaws No Prep Kings Race Series and all the other Street Outlaws shows. So, as everybody knows, callouts are insane right now in between the Australians and the Americans. So Jeff Lutz has had a target on his back because he is one of the only big tire cars that are actually going to Australia. The other one is Robin Roberts. All the other racers are going on small tires. And Australia does have a lot of small tire cars, but they also have a lot of big tire cars. So there's been a lot of callouts happening lately, and I will cover the more interesting ones, including this one, which is Craig Hewitt, which I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his last name right, which he has a Holden Monaro, which is a fancy way of saying a GTO, 2006 with a screw-blown Hemi. So he called out Jeff Lutz, and it would be a very interesting race to see two Holden Monaros or GTOs running against each other. One has a screw-blown Hemi, and the other one is obviously a twin-turbo big block Chevy. So this would be a really cool race to see. This red car right here makes a lot of power. It's very fast. I mean, screw-blown Hemi, you can't really go wrong with it. I know this car in the first outing went 620s, I believe, at 225 miles an hour in the quarter mile in its first outing in the quarter. So it's definitely a lot faster than that. Once they get that car dialed in, it's probably dialed in already. And it's going to run, hopefully, against Jeff Lutz. So Craig did call out Jeff Lutz out. And I believe Jeff Lutz can accept all of these callouts because he has one of the fastest No Prep Kings cars. So there's been a lot of callouts, guys. I mean, I can't even begin to cover every single one of them. I just like to cover the more interesting ones. And this is a car that could run with Jeff Lutz for sure. And Jeff Lutz can definitely run with him. So it's going to be a cool deal to see. There's been a lot of talk about the Australians against the Americans, a lot of shit talk. And that makes it more interesting. So I also want to see a race between Jeff and John Sappett, which I've already talked about that in a previous video. But John Sappett's car just doesn't seem to meet the rules according to the powers to be. So I don't really know if that race is going to happen. Hopefully it will happen. And I don't think Jeff Lutz is scared of running that car either. So hopefully we'll see some GTO on GTO or Holden Monaro on Holden Monaro crime in Australia. It's definitely going to be a cool race. And there's going to be a lot of cool races. So I can't wait to see when this happens next month. So let's see what happens.